love a good snarky saying, and this transfer has them all. So what better way to use them than on some tea towels? And if you are new to my channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button. So you've seen me do this before in my videos. This is a brand new transfer, so of course I'm going to cut it apart. I'm going to mark the back so I know which transfer goes on which backing. And then the hardest part on this whole project is trying to figure out which transfer I want to use. But I end up using 3 of the 4 transfers. I pulled these tea towels out of my stash. I believe I got these at Joann's a few years ago, but you can pretty much find tea towels anywhere, even on Amazon. So I get started by putting the transfer on my towel. And as I've said before, when I'm using a transfer on fabric, I do not fuzz it first because I want to keep all that stickiness. So, and I will be sure to link the ink colors below. I used a few different colors. You do this the same way that you would chalk on a surface. You just want to be careful that you don't get any ink on any of your other rest of your surface, because it is not as forgiving as chalk paste. But before I pull it up, I dry it a little bit, and then I'm going to set it aside to let it fully dry, and I'm going to continue the process with my other tea towels. And of course you'll notice that I am using my ink mat. Again, that's to keep my towel from moving around while I ink on it, and also helps protect underneath in case the ink goes through. I don't believe it went through on this project, and if you're using your ink mat on multiple fabrics or multiple surfaces, just make sure once you pull up your surface or your project that there's no ink left over underneath before you put a new project on there, and you just simply wash that off with water. So I'm going to finish inking these, and then I'm going to dry them and heat set them. So funny side note, as I was doing this project, I noticed that this ink matched my nails that I had just done. So maybe that's why I was drawn to that color anyway. But once I make sure that all of the ink is dry on my towels, I am going to take a piece of parchment paper and my Easy Press, and I'm going to heat set that. Now, if you don't have an Easy Press, you can use a regular iron. It just takes a little bit longer. And just make sure you're kind of checking your fabric. If it's something you've never worked with, make sure that your iron isn't too hot. You don't want to scorch your fabric. And then once you heat set the front side, you're going to flip it over and heat set the back side. And then once you do that, it is all set. You can throw it in the washer and use your brand new towels. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more, be sure you like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.